Welcome to Fluent English Power. In this video, you'll learn how to stop translating in your head and start thinking directly in English so you can speak faster, more naturally, and with real confidence. Now let's start. When you start learning English, your brain automatically uses your native language as a base. That means whenever you want to speak something in English, you first think in your own language, maybe Hindi, Tamil, Bengali, or any other, and then try to convert those thoughts into English. This is a very common habit, especially among beginners, and it feels like the right thing to do. But over time, this habit can actually slow down your progress in speaking English fluently. Let's understand why we do this. Our brain feels safe with the language we have used since childhood. It knows the grammar, the sentence patterns, and the vocabulary of our mother tongue very well. So when we learn English, our brain doesn't switch completely. It keeps using our native language as a support. Every time you want to speak in English, your brain starts a two-step process. First, think in your language. And second, translate it into English. But here's the problem. This process is slow, confusing, and full of mistakes. Let's take a simple example. Suppose you want to say, Main roz suba 7 baje uthta. Your brain will first think that sentence in Hindi. Then, it will try to remember the English words and grammar for each part. Maybe you'll say, every day, morning, 7 o'clock, wake up. You feel unsure. You pause. You correct yourself. And slowly you lose confidence. Why? Because you are not thinking in English. You are just translating word by word, which never sounds natural. This also creates another problem. You start to overthink grammar and sentence structure. You wonder, is this sentence right? Should I use at or on? Is this the correct tense? This thinking slows you down even more. Speaking becomes stressful instead of smooth. Many learners stay stuck at this stage for months or even years because they never break the habit of translating. Not only does translating slow you down, but it also blocks your real communication. Real English conversation is quick, emotional, and natural. When someone asks, "How was your day?" you can't take 10 seconds to translate your feelings in your head. You need to respond instantly. "It was good, thanks." Or, "I was a bit tired today." If your brain is always waiting to translate, you can't respond in time. The moment is gone. Another issue with translation is that English and your native language are not the same. They have different grammar, different expressions, and different sentence order. So when you try to translate directly, many times the sentence comes out wrong. That's why some learners say things that sound odd or unnatural, not because they don't know English, but because they are translating in their heads. So, what's the solution? You must start thinking in English directly, even if it's slow at first. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be fast, but it should be direct, no translation. Even short sentences like, "I'm hungry," or "It's hot today." When these come directly in English to your mind, that's progress. You are teaching your brain a new way to operate. In the beginning, it will feel difficult. You may forget words. You may get stuck. But this is a good sign. It means your brain is trying to switch gears. With daily practice and the right techniques, your mind will slowly stop using your native language as a middle step. Instead, it will begin forming thoughts in English itself, just like how you learned your first language as a child. Simple techniques to start thinking in English. Now that you understand why translating in your head is a problem, let's move one step forward. The big question is, how can you actually train your brain to think in English? Don't worry, you don't need to be perfect in grammar or have a big vocabulary. You just need to build a small habit every day. Think of your brain like a muscle. If you train it slowly and regularly, it becomes stronger and better. Let's start with the first and easiest technique. 1. Name things around you in English. Every day, you see the same things: your phone, your bed, your bag, your shoes, your door. From today, start naming all these things in English. Just say the words in your mind: phone, pillow, curtain, mirror. Don't translate, just look and name. Slowly, your brain will begin to connect real objects with English words. This is the first step to stop translating. Now, move to 2-word phrases. For example, black phone, wooden chair, round table. These short combinations help your brain build faster English thoughts. Now let's move to the second technique. 2. Talk to yourself in simple English. You don't need a partner to speak English. You can practice alone. This is called self-talk. Say simple things out loud or in your mind, like, I am brushing my teeth. Now I will make breakfast. I have to go to the market. These are daily thoughts. Just change their language. Don't speak them in your native language. Speak or think them in English. Even if you know only a few words, use them. The goal is to think directly in English, not to be perfect. Here's the third method. 3. Describe your actions as you do them. This is very powerful. Suppose you are cooking. Say in your mind, I'm cutting onions. I'm turning on the stove. Now I'm adding oil. These are real-time thoughts. When you describe what you are doing in English, your brain gets trained to speak naturally. This also improves your fluency because you don't stop and translate. You just say what you do. Now, here's the fourth method that makes a big difference. 4. Learn with pictures, not translations. When you learn a new English word, do not write its meaning in your language. Instead, look at a picture of that word. For example, if you are learning the word apple, look at a real apple or its photo and say, apple. Don't think, Seb. Just connect the word apple with the object. This technique teaches your brain to think like a child, and that's how you learned your first language too. Let's take one more important method. 5. Use the shadowing technique. This means you listen to a native speaker or a slow English sentence, and then immediately repeat it. You don't wait. You don't write it down. You just listen and repeat like an echo. For example, if the audio says, I'm going to the store, you repeat right after it. I'm going to the store. Do it again and again. This method trains your brain to hear and speak English naturally. It also helps your pronunciation and rhythm. At the beginning, you might feel strange. You might get stuck. But that's okay. Even if you speak slowly, even if you make mistakes, keep doing it. The only rule is don't translate. Say what you know in English. If you forget a word, skip it or say something else in English. The goal is to stay inside the English zone. You can also try thinking in pictures and situations. Imagine you are in a restaurant. Think, I want to order pasta. Can I have a glass of water? This food is delicious. These sentences are useful and common. When you imagine these in English, your brain starts preparing them automatically, and that's what we call thinking in English. Don't try to be fast. Don't try to be perfect. Just be regular. These small steps, naming things, self-talk, describing actions, using images, and shadowing will slowly change how your brain works. You will notice that without trying, some thoughts now come in English first. That's real progress. Daily practice plan to train your brain in English. Now that you know the techniques to stop translating and start thinking in English, it's time to make a daily routine, a habit that you can follow every single day. Remember, your brain needs regular training. You don't need to study for 2-3 hours. Just 20 to 30 minutes every day can change everything if you use the time wisely. Let's divide your day into small English thinking sessions. Morning routine, 5-10 minutes. Your brain is fresh in the morning. This is the best time to set the tone for the day. Right after you wake up, take 5 minutes and think in English. You don't need to speak loudly. Just think or whisper to yourself. Say things like, "Today is Monday. I will take a shower. I have to go to work. It's a little cold today." Keep it very simple. Don't worry about mistakes. The idea is to start your day in English. This will train your brain to stay in English mode for the next few hours. If you can, write down 3 short sentences about what you will do today, like, "I will visit my friend. I want to study English. I need to buy vegetables." Just 3-4 lines. This is like programming your mind to think in English throughout the day. Afternoon practice, 10 minutes. Now you're in the middle of your day. Take a break and do a shadowing session for just 10 minutes. Play any short English video that has clear and slow speaking. It could be a simple story, a short conversation, or a shadowing video. Here's how to do it. Listen to one sentence. Repeat it immediately. Try to copy the same tone and speed. Don't stop to understand. Don't write anything. Just listen and repeat. For example, if you hear, "I'm going to meet my cousin," you immediately say, "I'm going to meet my cousin." Do this for 10 minutes daily. This helps your brain process English directly the same way a child learns to speak. If you can't speak out loud, do silent shadowing. Repeat the words in your mind with the same speed. The goal is to train your brain to respond in English, not to translate. Evening practice, 10-15 minutes. Evening is the perfect time to review your day in English. This is one of the most effective habits to build thinking skills. Sit down with a notebook or just use your phone's notes. Write 4 or 5 short sentences about your day. Keep it very basic. I went to the bank. I met my cousin. The weather was hot. I studied English for 10 minutes. You are not writing a story or essay. You are just helping your brain to remember your life in English. This is real-life thinking, and it's more powerful than any grammar lesson. After writing, read the sentences aloud. Even if your pronunciation is not perfect, it's okay. The more you say things aloud, the more natural English feels in your brain. You can also end your day by thinking about what you did, but in English. While lying in bed, say in your mind, "I woke up at 7. I had breakfast. I worked all day." This will slowly change the default language of your thoughts. Extra mini practices, optional but powerful. Throughout your day, you can do small things that take only a few seconds but help a lot. When you see something, name it in English. Fan, book, pen. When walking outside, think, "That boy is running." It's sunny today. I see a red car. When eating, think, I like this food. The tea is hot. When you're free, imagine a short English conversation in your head. These micro moments build English thinking skills like magic. Final words and daily motivation. If you follow this routine every day, your brain will slowly stop translating and start thinking directly in English. You will begin to respond faster, feel more confident, and speak more naturally. It won't happen overnight, but if you stay consistent for even 30 days, you will see real change. And remember, mistakes are part of learning. Don't be afraid to think in broken English at first. Just think in English. Even if it's wrong, you're still training your brain the right way. If this video helped you, please click the like button and subscribe to Fluent English Power. I'm here to help you think, speak, and live in English step by step. Share this with a friend who is still stuck in translation. Let's grow together.